Hello Leo, welcome to your reading. My name is Maria and this is a tarot intuitive story for you if you have Leo anywhere in your chart or if you're a cross-watcher. That's especially, I would say, relevant to this reading. And or if something else drew you to it, if it resonates, then it's for you. It's for you at the time you find it because it's timeless. And we should just get cracking because we have a really fun reading for you. So we start out your reading with the shark. Somebody is on the hunt. And this, I believe, could be you or somebody who has seen you or who knows you or knows of you, or you've caught their eye, or you've sort of all of a sudden gotten a new project, or you could have sort of, somebody else could have sparked your interest, or it comes out incredibly lively, like a great energy, because you also come out with the flowering card. So the shark is being qualified by the flowering, which is my all-time favorite card. I think maybe in all of my decks. It's so wonderful. It's just such a glorious, stunning card of fulfilling one's full potential and blooming and being abundant and everything. So the way this comes out is that you or somebody else, but let's just take the first one with you. If this is you, the fact that you found something that you're excited about, something or somebody that actually makes you want to sort of, go for it. This really comes out as a hunting energy. Suddenly you have a goal, makes you so happy. It just really makes you flower and bloom, and all of your best qualities are coming back out. They might have been a little bit in the shade for a while. They're not going to be for much longer because you're really coming out as a incredibly enthusiastic, sort of as something lit a flame in you. Or you've been doing this to somebody else. Somebody has seen you, met you, somehow come across you, and they're like zing, and all their bells go off. So either way, one of the two, and it's really having you or them in just this completely amazing, sublime daydream where it's just so wonderful to dream about this person or this thing. It's just all the pleasure in itself almost. It's really just having that one person or that one thing to dream about. It sort of comes out as though it's been a while since something or somebody sparked your interest or that one's interest. So it's like really like taking a bath and just dwelling in it and loving it and really daydreaming, a great daydream. So but it's followed up by some, I don't know if it's completely action. Yeah, it could be action. This snake comes out as a follow-up. We're still talking about this person who is the shark, whether it's you who has found a new project, a new person, or somebody has found you. It reminded me a little bit of that, isn't it in the Jungle Book that there's this snake that has these eyes that sort of roll around because it wants to hypnotize you before it sort of makes you into your prey? It comes out a little bit like that, like it's sort of like willing it so much, like just sort of in a way maybe hoping that, daydreaming about it and wishing and going about it like visually or visualization, or just having your focus on it is gonna be enough. Like that's gonna sort of like draw them in or hypnotize them or that thing to come to you. It doesn't completely work like that apparently though in this situation, because you/they come out as the outsider. So even though there might be a lot of either charm or let's say, spiritual work, visualization, all of these things involved, it's not like the door just opens right away. It's not like, oh, I visualized an afternoon and now the door opens. It's not exactly that easy. But I mean, it doesn't put a damper as such on your enthusiasm or their enthusiasm, because you/they then come out with the Fool, and the Muse of Emotions, so really high level cards, you know, this being the first card of the major arcana, meaning being willing to go into a big undertaking. So you're willing, let's say this is you, but read it as your person if it's that. You're willing to really step over the precipice in a way. You're really willing to really go for it, to take a chance, and to sort of be in it for the long haul. Although of course you don't know how long that journey is or will be. It's just you look really lit up, really alive, sort of levitating, maybe kind of high from all this great daydreaming that you've been doing. So you're ready to go for it, or they are. And then also coming out with this Muse of Emotions, which is the King of Cups of the Muse tarot deck. So it's the highest level card you can get on emotions, consciousness. So we're talking about a really high level person, somebody who has been doing the work, somebody who is mature, conscious, knows about themselves. You don't get to the King of Cups without having done some soul searching and, you know, taken a couple of rounds around the block. You have I don't know if you have that expression in English. We have that in Danish. But how it also comes out is that because you see these two figures drinking from something that looks sort of like a nectar, could of course be water, but we don't know what is in the cups. But this came out to me, if you ever saw that movie called Death Becomes Her. This reminds me of Isabella Rossellini in that movie, when she has this little vial, isn't it called that? Where she drinks from the fountain of youth. And so as she's drinking this, she's becoming younger. It's renewing her. And I see that is completely what is happening to your person, looking at you and thinking about this whole thing that you can do together, or you looking at your person / your project. It's just revitalizing you. It's like you're waking up from the dead, or it's like you're really like zing. And so, you know, if this hasn't happened to you yet, it could be on its way, or, you know, I would assume some of you at least are already in this energy, or you might be feeling it from somebody else. But it's such great energy. There's a lot of flow in this card, flow of consciousness, emotions, creativity, and then just this incredible just youth and beauty. And it's like they is just lighting up completely. And then the other person shows up in the reading as the monkey. So if this is you, if you're this dynamic energy that is sort of in the middle of doing something, that could also be an inner sort of work. This monkey looks like it was preoccupied with doing something, and then that other energy shows up to say, hi, how you doing? And you sort of you look up a little confused, like you're just a little surprised. I think you were not at all maybe in that headspace. You were not thinking about that. You were not thinking about that other person. You were maybe not just at all thinking about relationships. You know, as if you're the one that's not in that supercharged energy, and you're the one being sort of discovered, you look a little surprised. Now, if this is the other, if you're the shark, and you've seen this other person thing project, it kind of comes out as they were doing something, and you sort of step into their environment wearing a red dress, or a t-shirt with gray sweatpants, and just walking by, and they sort of completely stopping in their tracks, just doing just taking the really long, a double take, or they just stop in their tracks to notice you. And then as a process starts within you / your person, I'm sorry if this is confusing, it's just really coming out as like it could really be a toss-up, either or, and that they're a little different, whether it's you or them, but that sparks something inside of the object of your or the other person's desire. And this, and quite an incredible thing happened when these two cards came out, because this intensity card, it has always looked really weird to me, because I don't completely understand how it's called intensity, and then it's going the wrong way. It should be moving sort of forward, but it's moving backwards, and I never understood it. And then when it came out with this card, I just thought there was something sort of geometric that I wanted to sort of discover or look into. And so I turned this one like this, and then for the first time in my life, I realized it's a pyramid. It's a pyramid. There's a pyramid inside of that. And it just blew my mind. I've had these cards for at least 15 years. And every time this has come out, I've been wondering why it is like it is. And this reading prompted me to turn it a quarter of the way, to realize that it's a pyramid, that this is carrying a secret message that I never saw before, a secret ancient message. Because the pyramid is sort of it's the most clear symbol of ancient wisdom that we have. And it's like, the way it came out is that it's, how ancient wisdom, if it's explosive, it has been hidden in plain sight. It has been hidden inside texts that we all know, but in code, so that only the righteous ones can find it, only the true seekers can find it, which is sort of like what sacred geometry is. Or how it came out is that it was just I was just rewatching Babylon Berlin, and there's this scene where they're trying to understand what a letter they have from someone is about, and it doesn't make any sense until somebody folds it sort of intricately, like a pentagram or something, and it turns out to be an invitation to an occult happening. So the code was there, but it sort of needed to be moved or folded in order for this occult message to come out. And so what this means to me is that you, them, or that environment, or maybe all of you, is experiencing some incredible sort of perspective shift that opens into something really mysterious, ancient, occult, just some wisdom or knowledge, or just some opening into something really mysterious and intriguing, beautiful, exciting, that also answers a lot of questions. Because, I had this question forever, and then turning this a quarter of the way because of this one made me realize that there was a secret hiding in this card, an ancient secret that I just didn't decipher at any other point. And this one comes out as sort of divine feminine, just looking at the geometric shapes. That's how it comes out. And it also comes out as sort of sexual, again, because of the shape and colors. And so it looked so sort of tantric or something, like just, it looks like well, I mean, in astrology, the eighth house, the house that also holds the sexual acts and sexual organs and sexual everything, also holds religion, right? So in ancient astrological wisdom, those two are inexplicably linked. And this does come out sort of as both, right? Because of the pyramid and that shape on the bottom, and just it's so occult and mysterious and exciting, and it's like it's gonna answer a lot of questions or open into a whole new dimension, maybe open a portal into something that seems to me very sort of sensuous, like it's an eighth house matter, but of course it could have another sort of well, but that's just how it comes out to me. Like it's just something really secret, hidden, pleasurable. Yeah, tantric is probably the best word. And then this one comes out, the dragonfly. That one came out in the recent Sagittarius reading. It came out like a guardian angel or a spirit guide that looks like that is shaped like an alien, and then somebody put wings on that alien, and it's doing the same thing. It's doing like like I can't tell you anymore is what this one is saying, because I was asking, what is it? Let's get to know what this ancient mysterious secret, what's this pyramid holding. And this one was saying, no, I can't tell you. I can't tell you any more than that, because it's an adventure you're gonna go on. You're gonna discover it. You, them, that. It's gonna be a real adventure into something, I think, like, yes, like into another world, almost. Or maybe another dimension, or certainly something you haven't really discovered or opened into in that way. It almost comes out as like I have so many references in my head today. This comes out as that scene from Thelma and Louise, where Thelma met this well, in the film he's played by Brad Pitt, young Brad Pitt, and in the morning she comes out and her hair is all tousled, and she's like, now I know what all the fuss is about. Comes out a little bit like that, like finding out what all the fuss is about. And it's gonna be a real adventure. And it is going to be, if you're already in this process, this is how it's unfolding. Very well, I mean, just if you look at these two cards, we're coming out with something very sensual and pleasurable. And then with the happiness card, like absolute fulfillment. It's also the ace and the 10. So it comes out as alpha and omega, the beginning and the end, like all of it. And it comes out as very emotional, very spiritual, very consciousness-based, incredibly satisfying, really beautiful. Yeah, excuse me. I mean, it's yeah. So I was gonna say, I was just for a moment, I was gonna say, I think you should go on this adventure, but I don't need to tell you that. You'll be going. So what then happens is that this monkey, you, that environment, dream, or your person, changes because some portal has been opening through that meeting with the other, or their energy or something, your involvement in it. Somehow, some of this that I have already described is a process that is opening, changing you/them into the fish, into this consciousness, emotion-based, really free spirit, like freely moving, really agile, really playful, and just it just looks so uplifting. And then of course at that moment you and they are in the same element, like this is a match. Then that's, you know, then you can play, or, you know, you can get your prey or they can get you, or yeah, really, really great. So then the last three cards come out, and they can't come out with sort of an advice. They're talking about, they come out with the miser and the understanding, and your reading ends with success. So what these two cards want to say is that it's just a caution, because you're going to be stepping into something that is stunning and sublime and pleasurable and wonderful, and it's just gonna be a real flow. This is saying, yes, that is gonna happen, and the only thing you should watch out for is to not try to sort of hold on to it too tight. You know, when we experience great things, beautiful things, great feeling moments, we have usually a tendency to sort of want to hold them, and it is sort of a fear that there won't be any more, or they won't come back or something. So it's just, this one is just saying, just let it be a flow. Don't be afraid to hold it, but then when the moment passes and it's, you know, for some reason it's not there just for the next day or whatever, release it. Don't try to grab it. Don't try to put it into a sort of a form or a box. Excuse me. Or don't try to. Well, it's sort of like what Eckhart Tolle is talking about, like how the now is only a flow state when we allow it to be what it is, and we don't try to control it, we don't try to hold on to anything, and we don't try to get to anything. So it's just saying, just release it, let it come, release it, let it come, just, you know, be in that flow state, because apparently it's because it is like water, right? So it will have that sort of natural flow to it. And if you can ride the tiger, which in Osho's description is about from this deck, is about how we can both ride the tiger when it's completely successful, but then also be okay with when it's not there, and then let it return. And then I hope you understand what I mean. I'm not saying you're going to be with somebody fickle, or that it's going to be something that isn't stable. It's just, it's going to be very much in flow. So it's asking you to just go with that, and not have too many emotions invested in, you know, if it's sort of going down for a little while, or is yeah, I think you know what I mean. That's really the only caution there is in this, because otherwise you're going on a great adventure. This looks so exciting, so mysterious. I mean, it's gonna be completely great. Just go with the flow. Just go with the flow. Yes, Leo. Oh my God. Good times. So I'm happy for you. And yes, this was your reading. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, please like, share, subscribe, comment, and come back again soon. See you next time, Leo.